Let's go. Best Take Bracy is in the house.
Don't stop doing that every single show. You're gonna stress these people out. They hearing best take. They're like, what? And you showing your face when you say that. They know better than that.
Hey, listen, all I know that my record speaks for itself. I believe I am 5-1 right now.
You don't do math very well. You obviously didn't go to continued educational schooling. Okay, your math just ain't mathing, sir.
I really would have been 6-1 because if we'd have got the Amazon notification, I would have definitely went Kansas City. So I would have definitely went Kansas City.
What happened was we was probably gonna go live Thursday, but then we got too busy. You know how that was. So then we was gonna discuss the Friday on the Thursday, but we never got to it. That's why.
Yeah.
You know how they go. Hey, Miss Doris.
How was your Thanksgiving? How you doing, Miss Doris? Happy Thanksgiving. Did you eat a lot? I'm stuffed.
Nah, I don't really celebrate holidays, so I just ate regular. You know, I did have a little bit of turkey, but I'm not really into like holidays like that. So it was a regular day for me.
Nice.
But, yeah, it was cool. How was yours?
It was a lot of cooking.
Were you burning food over there?
Absolutely. You didn't see you forgot we had a whole fire alarm go off.
You know what I had to carry the show. I was like, dang, he like, let me test him and see if he can handle it by himself. You know what I mean? Hey, just go hold a little smoke over the metal detector. Shit. I'm listening. I'm like, I know he ain't. That ain't brother in front of fifth floor is. I know he ain't in there taking nothing. So that was hilarious. Burnt
the damn house down, but we was good. Everybody was all scared. The dog was like, "What do we do?"
Man, oh man! But it was good. It was good. Yeah, I did a live stream too earlier. We just had a little financial conversation. You know how that goes. Had a little fun. But it was good. It was a good day. The best day for me is like quiet, not a lot of, outside noise where I can just kind of have a, quiet environment. That's all I'll be looking for. So it worked out perfectly for me.
Yeah, I feel you on that. I do enjoy quietness. Today I did take a middle day nap. That was awesome.
You took a cat nap in your 50s? In your 50s? Dang, man, you special.
And it felt awesome. It felt awesome, I ain't gonna lie. Got the tree is up, smelling all nice and fresh and woodsy in here. Smell like nice fresh pines.
I believe in naps. It's hard for me to take naps because I'm always waking up every 5 minutes. So like I don't sleep heavy. So the naps, if you see me napping, you know I'm tired. Like if you walk, what you doing? Yeah, I'm tired. If you see, I'm usually up all the time. Either go to bed or I'm up all day nonstop. So
one of the two.
You walk in and be like, you napping over there? Yeah, I'm exhausted.
So do y'all have like a Thanksgiving Day parade over there, anything like that? Because we celebrate our 98th Thanksgiving Day parade in New York City.
No, I don't think we had no parade, to be honest with you. I didn't hear nothing really. I know New York is big for parades and stuff like that. We be having a parade out here. I don't really go to no parades that be out here like that. So
it was the 98th one. So 2 more years is gonna make 100.
Dang! Wow. And you only got 300 more years of sleep. Yeah, so that's just how it go, man. That's just the game. That's how it goes, man. That's not bad at all, man. But what a wonderful night for sports, man.
What was your thoughts on the Raiders keeping up with the Super Bowl champs? Because I know you have a concern with them not blowing people out. So did you have any concerns seen in this game today?
Absolutely. Huge concerns for the Chiefs. It's just they don't have dominant performances. They don't have that, we here, it's us, get out the way. They just have one of those we'll find a way to win mentalities. And I do believe that eventually will catch up to them. And it will be in the worst time. So I believe that whenever something catch up with them, it's going to be the worst time. But right now, you have to be honest. They are finding a way to win these games. So I give them that. It's just I want to see people destroy them. I want to see them beat teams by 20, 30, maybe get a 20-point game in there, but I'm not seeing the consistency there. And they're doing it against teams that aren't even dominant. You see what I'm saying? Like that, like how you not beating the Raiders down? As a matter of fact, we gonna get to them lines real soon.
We're gonna talk for sure.
Look, hey, let's listen. I'm gonna get you, Doris. Doris says Kansas should have lost. So the thing is, Kansas City probably should have lost the game. Ooh. But unfortunately, they make winning plays when it matters the most. But struggling to beat a team like the Raiders, who are, I believe they're on their backup quarterback at this point. A lot of riddled by injuries, don't have a premier receiver. They do have a tight end, but they don't have a premier receiver. Their defense is at best. I think they play with a lot of heart.
They do.
But at the end of the day, Kansas City keeps finding a way to pull out the victory. It's just these close games is not good for people's health. These games should not be this close, especially I think the Chiefs had a double-digit lead late in the game, and the Raiders
not late in the game, at halftime.
But okay, but so going into the third, which is late in the game,
3 going into the third, and
that's Raiders, a double-digit lead, sir.
But that's not late in the game. And they found the way to kick it up. What's up, Fever? Good day to you, sir. And the Raiders found some little sparks of life within the game.
But the Raiders gave them hope,
man. Like you cannot.
Look, think about it. The Raiders gave them hope. They went for it on that fourth and got stopped, which gave Kansas City really good field position, and then they took advantage of it, sir. Let's just be honest. Like, other than that, giving them field position so much, they was doing a really good job on defense. I understand this is a division game. Division games tend to be a little bit more competitive.
Absolutely does.
But at the end of the day, that's not always the case. Sometimes you get blew out. Kansas City used to go in and beat down on these Raiders. Let's just be honest. For years, Patrick went home, come to town, 4 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns. He used to beat them down. The Raiders was sick of him. Kansas City is no longer that team right now. I don't actually understand why outside of their offensive line is not as dominant as they've been in the past. And that's a problem. It's going to come back to haunt them. I thought Oakland did the best that they could do. Well, I'm sorry, Las Vegas, because it's no longer Oakland. Right. They did the best that they can do to compete with one of the better coach teams. But in the end, the better team tends to win the game. And that's what I saw. But I'm very disappointed with Kansas City's inability to separate itself from the competition consistently. Like, I mean, we saw Lions blow out a team by 50-something that they were supposed to blow out. So it's just unfortunate. But what about you? Have you lost any confidence in the Chiefs?
They are the greatest team in NFL right now. They do exactly what they need to do. They don't want to overextend. They still battling injuries. So they taking their time. They playing the game that is in front of them. They playing the team that's in front of them. They're not looking past anyone, which is a great thing. And this is what I'm trying to tell you. People, when they see Kansas City and they on that list, they are playing the best football imaginable. They want to try to make a name for themselves and say, yes, we beat the 2-time defending champs. They want to be so when they do get that second loss or whoever that is, it's going to be in the history books that they beat the Super Bowl champs, especially when they go to the third time and they hold that trophy up for the third time, the first team in NFL history to ever do it. Somebody want to be that other team, the 2 teams or maybe possibly 3 teams, depends if they slow it down by the end of the season, so they can say that they was a part of history of beating this team, without a doubt. And so they playing their best football. People that never even caught a ball or ran a route, all of a sudden they running the greatest routes. So I think people are just playing the phenomenal football when they go against them. And but at the end of the day, Kansas City is a great team. I think DeAndre Hopkins has shown that he still got it as well. Him and Patrick, once they get their little thing together, they're going to be a real dangerous team. The couple of catches that he caught that was out of bounds, like that one-hand catch to the back of the end zone, was phenomenal. he still shows that he's schooling these young quarterbacks. He did a nice double move on the outside, he ran 10, dipped out, cut back in. Beautiful. He got a bunch of penalties. Like I think got like 2 pass interferences he got. So they still working it out. And when they run it back gets back into their lineup properly, I think they still have a very good shot at three-peating the first NFL team to ever do it. As long as the injury bug, they'd be okay.
Sir,
they looking strong.
Can we be honest, sir? The Raiders missed a field goal.
Damn.
They got sacked. They got stopped on a 4th down. They were given field position all day to the Chiefs. And they're playing with like a 3rd or 4th string quarterback. So this is not a good look. When you think about it, when you're playing against a team that are literally trying to three-peat, and you're going against a team that has backups and backups in, you telling me, this is what you telling me, that you're not supposed to beat a team that when was the last time that quarterback started a game?
All I'm saying is that they looked at the team in front. They don't want to embarrass no NFL team because they just don't want that. They want the Rams to be good. A close game is better for the Rams, and then they just waiting until they play the Detroit Lions, and they're going to destroy the Detroit. And anybody that had any hopes of Detroit making it to the Super Bowl, that is what's going to happen. I'm sorry, but it's going to be a rematch between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs. I do not see Detroit going past it. And so Kansas City is just playing nice for the NFL. The NFL called him up. They said, "Hey, Andy Reid, we can't be having all these blowouts. We know you could blow them out, but hey, make the games close."
Do you understand that the cornerback for the Chiefs got smoked on that go route for the touchdown? Smoked him, and he fell. And the Raiders went up with a chance to win, and Kansas City keep getting these miracle field goals, man. I swear, if somebody tie up their kicker, they probably be 0-20 at this point. All you gotta do is tie up their kicker.
This is insane. How are you gonna say it was a miracle? This is what their job is to do. It's to execute, be a professional. That's what he's supposed to do. He's just being a professional. That's all. Nothing more, nothing less. Hey, it's a game. They just got to work through it. They're not excited playing the Raiders. Like, come on. How are you going to get the team motivated? The Kansas City Chiefs, how are you going to get them motivated to play a 2-9 team? It's very difficult. So, therefore, they're going through the motions. It's like, and they just, but they're like, they turned it on when it needs to be turned on and show them that they are who they are. That's all. It ain't no problem. Ain't no problem. They're doing exactly what they're supposed to do. They're doing exactly what they're supposed to do.
Listen here. Cellulite want to know how much it is to boot you. Cellulite, we cannot boot the actual host. However, I have a caveat for all the supporters, okay? You can mute him. If you don't want to hear his take on a particular segment, you can go ahead and get $20 and mute him. So that way you only have to listen to one person that know what they talking about, okay? Because these bad takes that he got is just horrible. At the end of the day, I just think I will give Kansas City this credit. Their ability to win these close games will come in clutch when the playoffs happen, when somebody's studying film for a whole week and they're just fixated on you guys. And look, everybody gets injured at the end of the year. Trying to make it through. So I think all of that's going to be key. Okay. And obviously we believe in Patrick Mahomes. He got a clean game. He's not throwing any interceptions. He's not going to be the reason you lose, and he will be the reason you win. However, they're showing vulnerability. Let's just be honest. The last few years, we've been seeing a level of dominance and everything from the Chiefs. This year, we don't see that. We see they could potentially be had if you're playing a really good game. So, for example, if you're on your A game and they're on their A game, your A game could beat theirs. When that was never the case in the last few years. Their A game was way better.
Yeah, but it's no proof of that because they only lost one game. So this whole that your A game is better. People's A game is not better than their B game. Today, they played probably a C game, and they still couldn't beat Kansas City. So, no, you got it absolutely wrong. Again, this is best take Bracey at his best. And and I don't understand what game you was watching. Maybe the next person that's about to be in the hot seat, he could tell you what game he was watching, because what I seen was Kansas City playing their C game, and they beating the Las Vegas Raiders, playing their very best, playing their heart out, and they lost. Good day, sir. Willie Will.
They beat a team they supposed to beat, sir. You want a cookie?
Yes.
Exactly. You want a cookie for a team that they supposed to win against?
Yes.
Get the hell out of here, man. Come on, dog. Listen, Colorado just blew what's the boy there? Oklahoma State out the water. 52-0. That's not, but hold on. But my point is this.
Hold on. Wait. Will, slow down. This is a kid-friendly show. So we gonna want
my kids over there. So I ain't go too much.
Shout out to your family. Also, let's try to stay on topic. We have segments for segments, sir.
Yes, sir. I got you. So Chiefs versus Raiders. Raiders. Who does Sharon just go for? You said the Chiefs.
Absolutely.
First of all, Chiefs going down. Mahomes, he ain't got it in the tank no more. I'm sorry. He okay, but that team, you need a team to back him up. It can't just be him all by himself. Your kicker, trash. Your line, trash. Wide receivers, trash. Defense, trash. Let me know where y'all coming up at.
Hey, listen. All I know, we are top 7 in our defense, so that is great. We got the best coach in the game. We got the best quarterback in the game. And everybody's going to fall into place. DeAndre Hopkins, he's about to fall into place as he needs to be. He's getting himself acclimated with the team. And that's what we just going through the motions with these horrible teams. And we just beat them. But it ain't no motivation. We just won the chip 2 times back to back. So therefore, we just going through the motions with some of these weak teams. We was on our C game. Our C game was better than the Raiders A game. That's what matters the most.
I got you, but how many times have Mahomes been sacked this year alone already?
Yeah, it's a problem.
I'm just asking. He already got 11 receptions. His QBR is 64.6. He number 8. He number 8th in the country. He only got 18 touchdowns, only 2,673 yards. What you mean? It sounds like Mahomes need to put in some work. And the real problem is? The real problem is he ain't got no O-line to defend him. What good is a quarterback if all he gonna do is sit on the ground and go to sleep? He ain't doing nothing. You got to understand who the Raiders is. Look at who the Raiders got coming up. Their defense, it needs some work. I ain't about to lie and say that it's top of the line. Their defense needs some work. But if you got an easy cheesecake offensive line, I'm gonna just blow straight through that. And then your wide receivers, they ain't got no feet. Your Mahomes, he can spin it, but you ain't got no wide receivers that can go get it. What's the point of having an arm if you can't use it?
Hey, listen, that's why we got DeAndre. We wait for him to just get a little bit adjusted. He still got hands. He still got route running capabilities. He ran beautiful routes today. He was smoking everybody. And it's just going to take him a little time to get adjusted to Patrick Mahomes and vice versa. And we still got Travis. Like, we are going to be okay. That line, I give you, I do understand. I do agree. That is the biggest weakness, though. I'm not a Chiefs fan. I'm just talking about the game, the team that I picked for today. So that's why I'm saying we. I am a New York everything sports fan. I don't feel.
We'll get to those New Yorkers real soon. Don't even worry about that. Okay, Sharon is not a Chiefs fan. He is a Jets fan, a Giants fan, a losing franchise fan. Is what he does, sir. So. That's fair enough. I'm more siding with Will on this one. The Chiefs are clearly a team that is not better than their previous team from the previous year. There's no way you're telling me that the team that won the Super Bowl last year, you think they look and are better than the team that are playing this year. What would you say?
I would say it's hard to say that they are better than the team from last year until the end result, right? So I gotta wait to the end result.
We don't wait to no end result.
Waiting to the end results. Yes, I'm waiting to the end results to see who they play against.
Front runner.
How things,
so clearly, you're just a front runner.
Eyeball test. I think they are playing to their competition. Like I said, it's just very difficult when you do it back to back to stay motivated when you're playing against the Las Vegas Raiders. It's just what it is.
They paying you $25 million. You getting $11 million. Listen. If I told Will right now, look here, I got $595,000. I want you to get on a plane and go see Sharon about something. He gonna be like, I need that $595,000. If they offer him $20 million Whoever in front of him, he bulldozing, sacking the quarterback. So what are you talking about? Not motivated.
What I'm saying is that after he became a championship 3 times in a row, then he's like, all right, I guess, and he's gonna try to find ways to motivate himself. He's gonna be eating Skittles and goddamn Arizonas and doing all types of weird stuff to try to get himself motivated to keep on doing the same thing over and over again. And it's just what it is. People play to their competition. Kansas City played down to their competition, and Oakland Raiders played up to their competition. But what happened at the end of it? They said, "Hey, you are playing a little too wild. You think that let me shut your ass down and show you what we really all about."
Nonetheless, Mr. Bad Take Bracy, let's get on to the game of the week. Okay, the game of the week was clearly the Bears and the Lions. Okay, clearly,
yes,
it was the holiday special. It was the only game that was worth watching in my estimation, and it did not disappoint. I think what's the name? The young quarterback had 2-3 touchdowns. Second, he was cooking in the second half. First half, he couldn't find nobody. I was watching. He missing passes. He dodging a sack. He's throwing the ball into the ground. He was not accurate. He was very much off. And then later was getting in his groove, and he started making a big run. The Lions, very uncharacteristically, their quarterback was not as accurate as he usually is. He's usually very picky apart. The run game was solid for them. I don't think they came out with a dominant performance, but let's be honest, it's the holidays.
Oh, wow.
I'm saying it's the holidays. It's divisional. It's one of those things where it's like, yo, you in our league. It's one of those games, sir. So
what is going on here?
So I can understand if people thinking about eating turkey, okay? But sometimes it just happens like that. But the point being is this, sir. The game ultimately came down to Jerron, don't be laughing, okay? Don't be laughing, all right? Because I know you had this thing about playing down to your competition, okay? I'm just joking when I say it's the holidays, but let's be serious. The game came down to 30 seconds left. I believe there was a pass interference call towards the end that bolstered the Bears all the way up there, and then they got I think it was either holding or offensive call, and then they got pulled all the way back. And the one thing I've noticed about that young quarterback, he got heart. He's very skilled. The one thing he has not learned, and he did it earlier in the game, he don't know how to throw the ball away. He don't know how to preserve it down, and he's has horrible clock management. So as the game came down to a last-second field goal, and they ran out of time. They ran out of time. No field goal was kicked. The play that was ran was overthrown. It looked like it was close to a flag potentially, but still, they let him play it out. At the end of that game, I want to
be right back, y'all.
I'm going to go to Will. Who do you think blew the game?
I got to give me 1 second. I got to handle my baby girl. Give me 1 second.
Okay, no problem. Come back. Mr. Bracy, who do you think blew the game? Do you think it was the Bears, the coaching staff, or the better team just won?
I think the better team just lost yesterday. Is what happened. Shout out to Antonio Watkins for the Antonio Fund, the Water Fund. Clearly, they was the better team last night. Just horrible clock management. It shows the coaching was a little bit, not as efficient as the other side. Is what actually happened. And he's a rookie, so he thought in his mind the clock started to speed up because they was getting to him. So the clock was speeding up in his mind, and so he lost track of what reality time was at the very important pivotal part of the game. Because what he should have did when he was rushing them to the thing, he should have spiked the ball, not rushed them to throw a play. You should have rushed it to spike the ball, and so that's where he had bad clock management. Because that's what I thought he was going to. I thought he was going to clock it. Because you had 16 seconds, and did they not have a timeout? So it was a little bit weird for the coach not to call a timeout and say, "I'm going to just trust my quarterback. He must see something," but he should have spiked it, if anything, to be a minimum, or run your favorite play. But that was just bad time management. And if they would have called that timeout, we'd be talking about this game completely different. The Detroit Lions would have lost the game, which would have been highly interesting. It would have been beautiful to see. It would have had your intuition would have came true, but it was
hard to answer the question. This is the hot seat, sir. Answer the question, okay? Who blew the game?
Khalid Williams blew the game, and the coach blew the game.
You don't even know how to say his name right. His name is Caleb, not Khalid. You disrespectful. Hey. Secondly,
in New York, it'd be Khalid.
Sir, this is the hot seat, sir. We don't do no Ipsy, this person, that person. Who blew the game? I don't want to hear 3 people blew the game. Who's responsible? It was the
coach's fault for not calling timeout and put that young man in a proper perspective. Calmed him down. Call a timeout. Tell him to clock it. Get things done. You was right at striking distance. You got 16 seconds. You could have ran 3 plays with 16 seconds normally. And you only got 1 play off because you and the goddamn coach, and I'm sorry, young man, you lost that game. You had the game in your hands. You was about to pull off a goddamn hero play, and therefore you lost it, and you let the Detroit Lions off the hook, which now we understand with the Chicago Bears almost upsetting you. We know that they are not the team that we thought they were. And we're going to hold them to the same. We're going to hold them to the same caliber that we hold them to Kansas City. If Kansas
Absolutely
City,
not. You don't
blow out teams are supposed to blow out. It was not the Detroit Lions. They got lucky that they ran out of time.
Now, that may be true for that game. Shout out to my dog, LeGarrette. Don't worry, we're going to beat up on you Cowboys later. It's always love, though, but we're going to get them Cowboys later. Listen to the point, though, Mr. Bracey, since you don't know how to make a pick. This, to me, is clearly a coaching problem. Unfortunately, the coaching is in charge of the players, so the players have some culpability.
I'm back,
now.
Gentlemen.
Ultimately, I'm 100% blaming the coach. It is the coach's job. He is literally teaching a rookie. He's in charge of a rookie. Another coach already got fired. The rookie has shown, one, he has not adapted well to the speed of the NFL. He has not. He's too prideful, thinking that he's still in college and he can make all these spectacular plays. He has not respected the NFL, and that's why he keep losing. The second he grow up and go, I cannot beat this defensive end like I thought I could in college. I'm going to throw it away. I'm going to take this little dip-off pass. I'm going to stop trying to make every single play. That's why he took the sack. Back-to-back games, he's taking major sacks at pivotal points. And where you can blame this quarterback, which ultimately the quarterback is a leader by default, is he changed the play of the game. See, the coach already had a play. How it works is this, Sharon. You never played football. You was a basketball star averaging 30 a game. So you ain't played no football. We can tell you ain't played no football.
He averaged 30 steps a game.
We know he ain't played no football. He played some basketball, but he had a little crossover back in New York. But I
started the double. They see me cross. They said, "Hey, can you do that on the field? Can you And then
but no, sir. Let me finish the point. The point being is this. They had a play. They told him, look, you're young. Look, this is the play. If you get in, if it's an incomplete, do this. If it's a complete, do this. They gave him multiple options. He actually, he overrided the coaches, right? Something that a young quarterback usually don't have that authority to do. Let's just be honest. You're not really used to rookies audibling. If you go back and check the history of the game, it is super rare. They usually take the play, read the little arm thing, and run the plays. Him to audible under 30 seconds, and it took him so long to get his team under control. He definitely supported him blowing that game, but I do blame the coaches because you're supposed to take that option out of a rookie's decision to make because he has not been making good decisions. But it's hard because we got a interim offensive coordinator in there. So, they like afraid for their jobs.
But he did move the ball in a critical time.
No, he was balling. I'm not going to lie. Sometimes when you got the hot hand, I understand. However, the coach's job is to make the pivotal decision and deal with the consequences. I can't put that on the QB yet because he's not Patrick Mahomes.
You have to put on the quarterback because he only had 16 seconds. And even that ball that he threw, it was like the goddamn wide receiver wasn't really even running the route that hard. Like he didn't understand either how important that route was.
That ball wasn't that bad.
It wasn't a bad pass.
That was not a bad pass.
And if he went a little harder, he might have been able to rush and get it and maybe fight through that one person that he had to beat and get a touchdown and win the goddamn game. So I thought that part was very interesting. He trusted the quarterback. The coach, it is definitely the coach's fault. But however, Khalid should have spiked the goddamn ball so he had another.
You embarrassing. Will, what did you see going into the end of the game?
Well, here's the thing, though. So when you have a quarterback who he's been hot like that, right? And you have to have a certain level of trust, or even the coaches have to have a certain level of trust with you to be able to say, I trust the call he's going to make. Audible or not. The problem is when you're reading the defense like the Bears, and let's just be honest, the Bears has had an okay defense. Even coming into this year, they've been pretty good, but they pass defense has been pretty solid so far. But whatever it is that he saw, that gave him the idea, I need to call an audible. Problem is, though, when you're using your arm like that in a critical clutch moment, yeah, anything can go bad. Plus, you're already on the run, you're using your feet, that D line coming up after you. So he made the best decision that he could. I'm not wanting to take it away. You still got to be accountable for the mistakes that you made, but you still got the game won. As far as what it came down to defense-wise, and that backfield, Lions defense is doing their thing. They still got some definite work that they need to put in because, you still got to look at the overall score. It was 20-23. And legendarily, as Detroit, we either win by 3 or we lose by 3. So that's usually what always happens. This time around, it came down to those last few seconds of that game, and that quarterback made the right call. Even though it was a rough one, he made the right call. He got the touchdown.
Wait. So who's to blame for that? Or you find no issues with how the game ended?
No, I don't have no. We won,
sir.
It's Detroit, baby. It's Detroit. We won.
See, well, listen. Sane people know that game that field goal should have been kicked, sir. Like sane people know that. The Bears are a horrible franchise, and I mean horrible when it comes to quarterbacks. They cannot produce an elite quarterback if their life depended on it. It is where quarterbacks' career go to. It's the Jets.
Damn. Hey,
the truth is the truth. The Jets, Chicago, and what other place do they go to where you want their career to be done? Let me see.
It's kind of hard to say that really quick, and I hate to cut you off, but you're talking about just time possession, just overall. When you look at the overall stats, Detroit had 25 first downs, Bears had 17. As far as rushing first downs, Detroit had 10, Bears only had 3. Passing first downs, Detroit had 12, Bears only had 11. When it comes down to third down efficiency, we 5 of 14, they 7-15. Is it a better record? Yeah, but still, it's about controlling that ball. We controlled the ball. We had possession of the ball for 35 minutes and 14 seconds. They only had 24 minutes and 46 seconds. So overall, they had less ball possession, but they had a better defense. But that's only because of the stakes. How does Deion Sanders say it? We was beating ourselves in most cases.
Yeah, no, and there's going to be games like that. However, you're lucky it happened in the regular season, sir, because that's all I'm saying. But to be fair,
don't let that happen against no Kansas City. I'll tell you that right now.
Look, Chicago were in a position to win the game is the point. They were in a position to win. The Lions had previously not given people those opportunities. And you ain't gonna be in a position to beat us. They was making sure they was not gonna leave it down to a last-second field goal in a lot of these games. They were showing we separating ourselves. We're no longer the old Chicago Bears. The old Detroit Lions that only had Barry Sanders to talk about. They're showing they got something else to discuss. But you got to be fair. We got a quarterback that's been to the Super Bowl, and then we got a quarterback who's a rookie who has been struggling all year long with clock management, with penalties, with reading the game. Like he's been struggling while the quarterback on the other end has been balling. So it's not fair. It's not fair to have the same understanding there. So I do believe the Lions, they are allowed to have some tough games. Let's just be honest. It's a long season.
Oh, wow.
But
Look at
at the end of the day, that game should have either went to either overtime. The Bears should have at least won because that franchise lost that game. Those coordinators, those coaches lost that game. I don't care how hot your quarterback is. I don't care. Most quarterbacks be like, it's 4th and 1. Let's go for it, coach. How many quarterbacks have you seen when you ask, hey, you want to go for it on 4th and 1? They be like, no, just kick the field goal. None of them. They like, no. So if you put the option in their hands, they are supposed to be competitive, sir. So you have to take that out of their hands. That's what being a leader is doing. And you have to make a change even in the hard moments. And they did not come through for that young man. They hurting his confidence. They destroying his confidence. and it's just a horrible franchise. I hate to see them take a loss like that when they had a strong opportunity to build on something potentially good, sir.
Absolutely, and it goes to show how Detroit Lions, they have a weakness. And
yeah, you can retort.
No, I said I agree with you on that. What's our weakness? Go ahead. I want to hear this. What's our weakness?
Clearly, a really good quarterback. That's
no. Golf is a really.
It wasn't coaching. It wasn't the receivers. It was just a quarterback doing his thing. Pick that Detroit Lions defense apart. And when they start going against some real competition, because let's be honest, Detroit Lions ain't really beat nobody yet.
Excuse you? Do you not realize how far we made it last year?
And so after this game, oh man, the chink in the armor has been shown, and ain't nobody gonna be scared of them for the rest of the season. So they're gonna really get tested their next game, because now they're like, what? You did that with the Bears? We're gonna really now we understand.
I hear you.
What's going on, and they're gonna play y'all a little different. Like, they ain't scared of y'all no more after the Bears did that to y'all.
Yeah, they may not be scared of us, but you still got to look at the fact that we got a running back who can run it. He got legs. We got a quarterback who can spin it. We got wide receivers that can go get it. We got defenses that can shut it down. What you mean? Now, does everybody have a rough game? Of course they got a rough game. Ain't no excuses being made. We got tailed out. That's just the end of the story. Now we got to tighten up. But I want you to explain how it is that we already on the record of 11-1. We the best in what now? Okay, cool. What your team got? What your team got? What your team got?
Team 11-1.
What your team got? Okay.
y'all better keep y'all pause to yourself. Hey, Kyla, how you doing? So look, yeah, it was a great game though. We have to acknowledge it was a game.
Yeah.
It was a great game. I got all the joy out of that when I was happy.
It was good to see that young boy get so like you could see the adrenaline pumping through his body, and he thought he was going to really be a hero for the night. It was very awesome to see, especially at the end of the game, and see the buildup of the comeback for the game too was really intriguing to see the Detroit Lions just have it on their face, like, oh my God, we're about to lose. Just to see that face that they had, that sad face that we're about to lose to a rookie quarterback that could barely score 3 points was awesome to see.
Yeah. And Caleb showed the ability that he could be great. Like we were seeing a few spurts there. We like, there you go, put something together. The new coordinator clearly is much better than the old coordinator. Either he like, I want to keep this job, or something else happened, or it's a matchup thing.
That's a possibility.
Caleb is probably getting a little bit better, but other than that, it was a good game. Let's get into the next game on the docket. Okay, we had the New York Football Giants taking on the Dallas Cowboys.
Hey.
I didn't have enough water. I always mess up the cow. It's the water. Hold on.
Yeah, you're not messing up. That was intentional. The Cowgirls. You're absolutely right.
No, hey, we don't
relax.
We don't disrespect no teams here, okay? Let's get into it. The Cowboys defeated the New York Football Giants 27-20, okay? At quarterback, Drew Lock started for the injured, so we believe, Penguin's brother, okay? Brother DeVito, okay? Tommy DeVito. And he went up against Cooper Rush for the Dallas Cowboys. Drew Lock was 21 for 32, 178 yards, and 1 interception. He was sacked 6 times in that game, okay?
Jesus.
Cooper Rush was not much better. However, he had a much cleaner game. 21 for 36, 195, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. So a little bit more of a cleaner game. Now, when it came to the run game, both teams were able to run the ball decently. Unfortunately for the Giants, their quarterback got most of the rushing yard. The Cowboys, on the other hand, Rico Dowdle, whoever he is, he's been popping up the last few weeks. He's been running for them really well. He had 22 carries, 112 yards, and a touchdown. Okay, so both the teams were playing pretty well. My question to you guys is very, very simple. Which team do you believe won the game?
Oh, absolutely, the Giants won the game. Hands down, the
Yep.
Giants won again. And I was actually very afraid because it's something, for some reason, sometimes the Giants, they just cannot even lose properly. They don't even know how to tank properly. That's why I called it the Tank Bowl before the game even started. And I thought the Giants was going to lose, fail at losing the game too. So shout out to the Giants for doing what they're supposed to do, and hope they could keep this train going and they keep on losing so they can rebuild, get new management, new coaches. And
I ain't never seen nobody be so proud of a loser. Like, I ain't never seen somebody praise losers so much. However,
sometimes you got to take 2 steps back to mean 4 steps forward.
Sometimes you're going to get beat up anyway, so you might as well just take the beating, okay? And some people don't. Not. So the point being is, I believe that the Giants won this game because it's the game of who's going to get the best draft pick. Okay, that's what the game actually is, because neither of these teams are actually going to be competitive in the playoffs. Neither of them have a quarterback that can compete at any level. They don't have a defense to offset not having an elite quarterback. They do have skilled players at position. CeeDee Lamb, Napper's on the other side. They have some receivers.
He dropped 3 balls?
Sir,
yes, he did.
Yeah, I know. You can't take somebody's absolute worst day to draw out their story on them, sir. Like, that's not right to do. It was a bad day for him, but he is a really good receiver. If you watch him play more than one game, he can ball. But I can go back and tell you when the great Jerry Rice dropped 3 passes. I can go back and show you game.
You ain't about to be talking about Jerry Rice like that, Nada. Come on,
hey, the truth is the truth, yo. I'm not going to listen. I'm not going to destroy a player who need to lose anyway. So the point being is, I think the Giants, they were probably going to lose because the Cowboys actually have a better roster. However, the Cowboys, they can't stop beating themselves. They know that they need to they know that they need to actually lose to get the best draft pick they can get. They know they can't win in the playoffs. They don't have Dak coming back. Nobody in that locker room believes in none of those quarterbacks. So they believe in the defense to hold it down. Bad idea. This is a bad defense. They're not good. The offensive line is decimated. They're no longer the elite line that they used to be when they used to be. The Cowboys had the best line. That is over with. They need to make sure they reassess. Jerry Jones is doing a horrible job at trying to position his franchise to do well. His players is on the podcast talking about, I believe we can turn this season around. I don't know what's wrong with him. So when you look at it, the New York Football Giants decided to bite the bullet and say, look, we're going to fire our quarterback in season. When has the last time y'all have ever seen a starting quarterback with a contract exceeding $100 million get cut in the middle of the season? Not benched, cut in the middle of the season. So they decided, look, we know we're going to get destroyed for this. We know they're going to be mad at us, but we're going to put Tommy DeVito in, the Penguins' brother. And they losing every game since. They doing exactly what they want to do. They know this is the Shedeur or the Cam sweepstakes. We need to get one of those 2 quarterbacks because they are franchise game changers. I'm obviously a Cam guy. Shout out to the U. And some people are a Shedeur fan because he can ball as well. To me, take your pick. They both have special talent. I side with Cam because he represents my team. However, clearly the Cowboys ain't figured out what they need to do as a franchise. The last few years, they have been not run well. Even though they won the division last year, we all saw how they keep losing. We all saw as the playoffs happen, they cannot excel. Something needs to change. And we know what needs to change, and it ain't going to change. Now, with the Giants, at least their ownership know how to be quiet. See, they doing their changes behind the scene and pushing out those people they pay to be in front of the cameras to deal with the consequences. So overall, even though the Cowboys won on paper, I believe the Giants came out victorious because they understand how to lose when they know they need to lose. Will, it's on you.
Absolutely. You're on mute, by the way, Will.
He knows that. He has panel.
So you pretty much saying that the Cowboys tried their best to lose this game, and the Giants said, no, we know how to lose harder.
It was a loser-thon, sir. It was a loser ball.
That was the Tank Bowl right there.
Yeah, but you know what, though? When I look at this rap sheet, though, when I look at the stats, I see a real problem when it comes to New York. 6 sacks. That lets me know that, again, that when it comes down to defense, that offensive line is not doing a job. You got to protect that quarterback. There's nothing you can do to really hold that down. You're not going to win no game if the guy who got the ball can't hold on to the ball because he ended up getting his head knocked off. When it comes down to Dallas has been in a franchise struggle for about the last 2-3 years. I don't know what it is that they're trying to do. I don't know if they're trying to shoot for the 2027 draft. But at the end of it's 2024. Y'all need to do something now. Stop putting all that money into Zeke. Zeke ain't getting it done. Sorry, keep on having those dreams all you want to.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, they keep on trying to build. They're trying to build this team around Zeke, and Zeke either is hurt or he's sitting out or he just
now
lazy.
That's not true. They didn't pay Zeke no money. They gave him a veterans minimum.
Yeah, exactly. Again, they're trying to keep a hold to him. You just need to go ahead and let him go. Also, when you look at this Cooper Rush, yeah, he did a little bit of balling. You 21 for 36 with 195 yards. You averaged 5.4 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions, no sack, QBR 48.2, RTG at 82.5. Yeah, so at the end of the day, you did a little bit of thing, but you tried your best to lose and you failed at losing. This is a problem.
That's a problem.
You see what I'm saying? So if you are trying to shoot for next year's draft picks, then you might as well just go ahead and just kneel every time you get the ball. Other than that, you're going to keep on losing against the teams. I'm sorry, you're going to keep on winning against teams that you're supposed to lose against.
Yeah,
agreed.
Yeah, it's pretty sad, man. It was pretty sad.
And I think and Clay CeeDee Lamb, he knew the excitement when he was catching because those balls was on point right to his hand. He's like, acting like he knew that he was supposed to lose the game. And he's like, why you keep throwing it to me, bro? You messing up my
He didn't do that on purpose. He was just
doing that on purpose. He's like, hey, bro, stop throwing it to me, bro. You messing up my stats.
Now, receivers are divas. Receivers are divas. They want their numbers. He didn't do that on purpose, but it just so happened that nobody's going to remember because this season need to be a 2-15 year for them. Like that's what people are looking for. So it was just one of those games. It was actually entertaining though. It's actually entertaining to see, bad quarterbacks versus bad quarterbacks in the loser bowl.
What I see? Really quick, you know what I see though? Dallas do okay away. They 5-7 away. They 1-5 at home.
Dang.
So
they used to be undefeated at home. Remember, they almost never lost at home. That was what the thing was.
Yeah, but now you're losing at home. So as long as Dallas is playing away, then they good. As long as y'all can get a better O-line, y'all be good. Just stop trying to do your best to lose the game. And when you get at home, you need to ball out. Ain't no point of all these fans paying all this money to come to these stands and you sitting here and you playing a game like a daisy. You're not bringing anything. Jerry Jones need to talk to everybody. You need to go ahead and get rid of that coaching staff. You need to go ahead and get you some new trainers. You need to get you a whole new everything and get rid of Zeke. Please get rid of Zeke. That man, he got more gray hairs than Sharon, and that's just in his beard. So he needs to stop. He needs to stop. He go ahead and hang up the cleats. You ain't doing nothing. You're hurting the team.
Wait till the Detroit Lions lose in the playoffs.
The Detroit Lions ain't new to nothing, baby. Nothing. We're gonna run the ball down your throat. But go ahead, let's go.
Sharon, that sounds like some real hater stuff right there. So
did
he say anything bad about your Giants or Jets? He was being nice. He could have said a whole bunch of stuff. You ain't got no footing.
He talked about
all I said was they won a game that they was trying to lose. At least they good at trying to lose.
Okay. Let's get into the other game of that night. This was the snoozer. This was the game that made us all go to sleep. The Green Bay Packers took on the Miami Dolphins. 30-17. Green Bay came out victorious. Tua Tagovailoa was 37 of 46, 365 yards, 2 touchdowns. Jordan Love was even more impressive at 21 for 28, 274, 2 touchdowns, and an 84 QBR. I watched the game. It was pure dominance by the Packers. And the game was not as close.
I told you, even though I don't like Jordan Love, I told you, best take Bracey at it again. Man, I'm so good at this.
You don't like Jordan Love, but you picked him. So the point of it is, if you pick a person that you don't like, then that means the obvious other team should have lost. Let's just be candid, right? You're going with the guaranteed victory. Totally fine. I understand. I was actually hoping for a more competitive game because Tua been out all year. They've been telling him to retire. And I wanted,
I said.
You did say that. And I'm one of those people that just believe, I believe in the underdogs. So I wanted him to come out and just show up big. I was like, and once again, I was telling you, it's one of those weekdays where it's one sneak a game type of thing. I was just feeling like you sneak a game. Clearly, Green Bay might be for real. So my question to you, Will, is did the Green Bay Packers show that they are a Super Bowl ready team?
Ooh.
No, the Green Bay Packers did not, and I'll tell you why. Though they did capitalize on a lot of mistakes that the Miami Dolphins made, we got to address what was happening amongst the quarters. In the first quarter, Green Bay scored 14, Miami scored nothing. In the second quarter, they scored 10, Miami scored 3. In the third quarter, third quarter is what makes the game. I know first 2 quarters is where everybody's all juiced up, not juiced up, but everybody's fired up. Their adrenaline's going. You still got that warm blood. But then you got to deal with the second half of the game when you come out that locker room after you done rested, you done had time to rehydrate, all this, that, and the other. These last 2 quarters is scary to me, what the Green Bay did. All you got was 2 field goals, and that was 1 in the third and 1 in the fourth. If you was still that Super Bowl team, you should have at least been able to put up 10, if not 14, in that third quarter, and maybe another 7 in that fourth quarter. The fact that y'all only got 2 field goals, 1 in each quarter, that's a problem to me. Then when I look at Jordan Love, that's his name, first name is Jordan, right? You got 21 to 28 for 274 yards. But here's the thing, though. This is the surprising part. Jacobs got 19 carries for 43 yards, 1 touchdown. That means that man fought for every yard that he got. He did. But here's the thing, though. Where was his protection? You need block protection when you're running that thing up the middle, whether you're coming through A, B, C, or D gap. If you spinning that thing around the backhand side, then yes, you need to go ahead and do that. But you got to have those blockers, though. Receiving yards, you had 6 receptions with 78 yards from Kraft. I need them to really show that they're a Super Bowl team. In that third quarter, I need you to come out with that same energy that you had in the second quarter. I need you to put 10 on the board. Don't just give me just a field goal. I need you to get that field position. I need you to actually put pressure on that offense from Miami, from your defense. Because when you look at the stats, you break it down, y'all just did a whole lot of footballing. Y'all didn't do no balling. Y'all didn't get out there and dominate. Though you did win the game, third or fourth quarter is really going to show what they can do.
That's an interesting take. I think they did show dominance. I think they show that they are contenders and not pretenders. That they are actually a solid team and they're going to make some noise. They might even be able to win a playoff game, to win a Super Bowl. I already picked Kansas City, so I cannot go backwards now. But I think they show that they are contenders and they could ball and they could dominate a team if you allow them to. And Jacobs is a for real running back. I do agree that he needs those blockers to lead a little bit better for him because he's a great running back right now. It's just that it's not enough talk about him because Saquon and King Henry is just doing so phenomenal that even though Jacobs is having a great year, it's just compared to those 2 guys, it's getting.
And he was with the Raiders last year.
Yeah, and he did well over there too. So he's just not looking like he's just not doing as well as those 2 guys, and it's hard to talk about him.
He's third, respectively. He's third, right. And well, the thing is, he didn't have a good game. This was not the best game for him as far as like doing his thing, but he's been serviceable this year. I'll say this: I believe that the Green Bay Packers are competitions for the Super Bowl.
Okay,
I wouldn't put them as my front runners, and the reason why their quarterback is a little gun heavy. He tends to take a lot of risky situations, but that defense is really opportunistic. They're in the middle of the pack. They're really good though. They're really well coached. They got a ball hawk back there. The guy's leading the NFL in interceptions. Okay, Xavier. He's got like an interception almost every game he's been playing. So he's been playing exceptionally well. If they can get a game in Lambeau Field, they definitely proven that they're not really losing in the cold weather. They're prepared for that. The normal Lambeau Field curse thing that you come to Lambeau, you losing type of thing, they still have that access.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is, one thing that I've seen watching Jordan Love play is that he has the ability to look like the best quarterback you ever seen, and then he has the ability to make you wish you didn't draft him. How could you? What are you thinking? And then he's like, "What a pass! Oh my God!" You see what I'm saying? Like the highs and the lows.
Okay.
Sometimes you can win games like that. Sometimes you can pull it out. you kind of need a special run like the Giants went on when they wouldn't have beat the Patriots that year, a wild card type of run, and you just happen to get the best matchups. I think Green Bay would need something like that, but I definitely would not be shocked to see them as one of those teams that's competing for the Super Bowl, because I think their quarterback has those abilities to jump to the best of the best and then make you feel like, what is he doing? So it's just because he can do that. So
what's up, champion? And I think they could beat Detroit Lions, to be honest with you. I like their quarterback. I like Jordan Love better than Gio.
Jared Goff.
I do like him a little bit better. I also like Green
this
Bay's
year.
Defense. Yep, and I
also
like Green Bay's defense a little bit better. Again, like Detroit Lions, their record is awesome, but I don't think their record is really showing how good they really are. They blew out some great teams, and so they got a great point spread. And on paper, it's hard to argue about the Detroit Lions on paper. But my eye test when I'm seeing them, I do not see the greatness that everybody is ranting and raving about. I think they very well coached. Man, he is a phenomenal coach. Absolutely phenomenal. But I just don't think they got the right quarterback. And I think Green Bay would beat them if they was to meet each other in the playoffs.
This is quite a change. Hold on, Will. This is quite a change from what you were saying the other weeks before when you was like, I kind of like Goff a little bit more and he's better than these. And then now it's been a few weeks and you switching up your positions.
I'm switching up my position on Goff. I'm selling on Goff. I sold it.
You think he played that bad?
I sold it. It's gone. Like anything that I did have faith in Goff is gone. It's gone.
Wow, that's crazy that earlier you said that they haven't beaten anybody. Now you're saying they're actually beating some strong teams. So which one is it? I think it's just natural Detroit hate. I don't know if it's a New York thing, but when it comes down to it, we're going to take this whole thing all the way to the Super Bowl. And when we do, I'll make sure I'm going to buy you a ticket.
Hey, now, calm down, Will. Now, you're up here in the hot seat, but you didn't pay to let you say crazy things on the show, sir.
What, like Detroit going to Super Bowl?
That's
we're going to Super Bowl, baby. We going.
Nobody in this world. Nobody in this world will believe you if you step out of Detroit, one pinky toe past Detroit, and don't go to no gas stations in Detroit, and then ask them with a microphone, do you believe the Detroit Lions can win the Super Bowl? They'll be like, do they got Barry Sanders still? No. So no, we don't know
how close we was to the Super Bowl last year. If it wasn't
y'all run into.
We ran into some cheating refs from Dallas. Unfortunately, we ran into Mahomes and the Chiefs, but it is what it is.
Y'all didn't run into no Mahomes and the Chiefs. Y'all ran into the San Francisco 49ers.
Listen, they both red, so I don't like them. Now, dang sure don't like Mahomes.
I will say this. Y'all better team than last year. I definitely see the growth. I see the faith in the coach and everything. But I think the NFC is pretty competitive, though. I think there's two teams that separated themselves. It's so hard. And I'm going to just tell you this. It's so hard for me to believe that a non-mobile quarterback is going to win the Super Bowl in the next few years. Like, if you're not a dual threat, if you're not been able to run like, one of the better running quarterbacks and throw, it's hard for me to believe that they're going to win the Super Bowl. It's going to be either Patrick Mahomes, it's going to be Jalen Hurts, or it's going to be that other guy in Baltimore. I don't really see other quarterbacks that can put it together. Obviously, Josh Allen can run, so you can put him up there. I don't think a stable, like a quarterback that sits in the pocket as much as Goff does, when he gets disrupted, he don't have that type of ability to navigate, I don't think. And I think that's going to be the problem. But, hey, we could be wrong.
Hey, they said that about Brady and the Buccaneers. They said Brady don't move like he used to do, but guess what?
I was a bunch of them, though. That's the thing.
Wait. Did you just mention that guy in Brady's context?
There at the same sentence.
So I'm going to make sure I heard you right.
Yeah, because you're talking about Jared Goff, who stays in the pocket. Listen, would you rather want a quarterback who's going to – and listen, I love –
You could have said Eli Manning.
No. I don't – who is Eli Manning? I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't even know Peyton. I don't even know Peyton. I don't know about no Eli. I don't know about no Eli. He can call it. He can call the game, but he ain't Peyton though. And trust me, I'm like Deion. I love Shador. I love the fact that Shador can get out there. He can throw the most miracle passes in forever and always beyond. But you know what Shador's problem is? He got that ball in it. He got that ball in his hand too long. Stop being a scrambling quarterback. Is it needed? Yes. But you got to learn how to stay in that pocket. Goff knows how to stay in that pocket. And he knows how to work within that pocket.
And that is his Achilles heel, sir.
So
and that's why I'm looking at him. I'm like, after watching them going against a team like the Bears and a mobile court, I was like, hey, I'm starting to see a real difference.
Sorry, we'll get it together. We'll get it together. I can talk about the Lions all night. We'll get it together.
But I just don't see Goff controlling the game like that when we get to these other quarterbacks and these fast defenses when he's just dealing with nothing but great defense. These defensive line, they fast. Green Bay is fast. Philadelphia is fast. I don't know. I just don't see him get away from those.
When Shador comes to the quarterback, when it comes to the Lions, we'll be all right.
That would be crazy.
Man, if Shador comes to the Lions, we ain't got to have these conversations.
I can't believe you talking about Shador to the Lions when y'all got Goff. What's wrong with you?
Listen, I got a dream. A brother can dream. Come on now. Listen, you talking about Shador and Deion to the Cowboys. Come on now.
Hey, the last dream cost somebody they – all right. So, oh, man. All right. Sharon, you got any pop culture to get us up on?
Oh, man. Oh, I think I got one for you that you might like because we're speaking of him anyway. So I'm not sure if you've seen this, Aaron. Oh, but I would like to know what's your thoughts on it. What is your thoughts on this? What is your thoughts on this?
Let's go. Let's go 12.
Heisman. Thank you, God, for stopping me. Because I almost said something. I think Travis clinched the Heisman with his performance. I think he made a lot of people aware of how ignorant there was with the Thorpe. His performance today, what he had 3 touchdowns, 100 yards, and an interception. And 2 passes broken up. Should have had another pick. Hit him right in the darn chest. I'm not happy about that, but I'm happy with him. But it's phenomenal. I think Travis
side pressure got.
I don't want to play that. But what is your thoughts on Deion saying that Travis clinched it, not his son, but Travis clinched the Heisman?
I think it's too early to say that because the way that college works is they got all day to be casting their votes, and they ain't gonna get that vote in before the season ends. And anything can happen with the bowl games. Somebody can throw 7 touchdowns in a game, 8 touchdowns in a game. It can happen, and that would completely shift the whole conversation. I have no problem with him being the front runner right now because he is doing something that we have almost really never seen done, at least at the level he's doing. He's pretty much a shutdown corner. Plus, he is one of the better wide receivers. I wouldn't say he's elite because I'm not sure if his route running is as pristine as I would like to see, but he is a college player, but he's still putting on performances. He's still running the routes. He's still catching the ball. He's super athletic. He's a ball hawk. He has the mentality for greatness. I'm going to just say that. His mentality says greatness. He don't drink, he don't smoke, he don't do none of that. Video games and ball. So he has greatness written all over him. I wouldn't go out on a limb and say he clinched it because I think there's another game or two that can be played out that will change the voters' minds. But right now, I do not disagree. He is definitely the front runner. One thing we got to acknowledge is Deion Sanders is definitely getting a lot of love because most coaches don't do this. Most coaches don't step in the front and be like, yeah, give him the Heisman. If we're being honest, most coaches don't. That's not their normal process. So This is a way that he uses to recruit, by the way. He's like, yo, I'm different over here. It's different. So this is a recruiting tactic that I personally believe. But I do think he genuinely does believe it as well. But he also knows he can sway some votes. He also knows that he's the GOAT. He's the greatest that we've ever seen at that position, and nobody's even close.
Right.
And because of that type of influence, he's using it. They're winning. They're doing something that they didn't expect. I have no problem with his statement. I just think they're a little early, but you know.
You like it though a little bit, but he got some good commitments too. By the way, Reese, he got a couple of good commitments. So
4 of
his
them.
recruiting style that you're talking about is showing improvement because he got some good young kids. What's your thoughts on it, Willie? When you seen that clip?
Oh man! All right, so I'm really upset that Trav is not up for the Thorpe. He should be straight all the way across board for all of the accolades. This game that they just had against Oklahoma State, that was a no-brainer. Unfortunately, because of that last game, that kind of really put a damper in it. But you look at all of the other runners-up that's in the lineup for the Heisman. You got Ashante Genty, you got Cameron Ward, Dillian Gabriel, Rocco Beck, Emike Egbuka. Graham Martz, Eli Holston, you got all these guys. All of these guys is really
that running back from Boise, boy.
Ooh, that running back from Boise. I'm not gonna argue with you on that one, but you gotta look at it like this though. Travis play on both sides of the ball, and I know it's a real big debate going on right now that him playing both sides of the ball for all of the snaps in the NFL game is something that's just not gonna happen, and I'm not gonna disagree with that. NFL is a big man game. When you talking about college football, yeah, you can play both sides. And because of him playing both sides, we've gotten spectacular stats out of him on both sides. As far as that Heisman go, though, you can't not like give him his accolades and look at everything that he's done on the offense side of the ball. If you just want to take the defense side of the ball, this boy forced 2 game-winning fumbles.
Right.
And he forced it right. One was right at the goal line. And because of his character, because of who he is as a person, I mean, he puts up so much. I'm not saying you got to give it to him, but he's earned every right to it. But then, just like Aaron just said, you talk about that running back from Boys. Listen, you got to talk about somebody who's actually like feet on the ground, putting in work, dropping your shoulder, and running that helmet all the way through next week. Yeah, it's a different thing. But Travis, he got it though. I just hate to say it, he got it.
I like it. I think so too. That was my pick early. I liked Hunter over Shador, and that was my second. Was what I said before. I believe I said Travis, Shador, then Cam, and I had a strong runner for the Boise State running back. So
you can't dislike that kid. He's like, in my opinion, he's like a Steph Curry. There's nothing to dislike about that kid.
Wholesome, innocent.
And he goes out and give it his all, and he's not afraid to hit nobody. He's not afraid to get hit. He's special. So I don't feel no type of way. It's just I'm a Cam Ward guy because they're both doing something with franchises that was on the brink. For us, they was trying to destroy us. They was trying to eliminate our program. So I feel a certain type of way when I watch what Cam is able to do. I'm not gonna lie. I feel a certain type of way for what he's able to put in and how he's transforming the program, and we back on the winning side. We haven't had a quarterback in the league in a long time that's respectable, and it means something. So they're both doing that. So we'll see what happens, but I think we're gonna go farther than them. So we'll see, because that stuff matters in college. They different.
I got another Family Matters type of situation again. Yeah, I got another one.
Hold on, let me see this.
Yeah. So Lonzo told Leandro, you got your shot already. Let's see.
I wanted him to go overseas. If he didn't want to go overseas.
No, I do though. If I had a right setup, I'm going. Like I had to.
So if you get the right call right now, like you going?
No, because I gotta wait on the. I'm gonna wait a little longer for the G League, bro. I got.
Okay, what's the timeline right now?
Timeline. Damn.
Like he don't know.
I do know, but this stuff like I think about, bro. Like it's not just quick thoughts. Like I sit down, like what I'm about to do. You feel me? Because that's that.
I feel like you can play overseas and you can get to
and
you get overseas, get to the G League, and you're gonna play with your brother. Y'all all three, y'all can play on the same team one day. That'd be legendary.
What if I could just get to the G though? I feel like I'm cool.
I don't really know. In the NBA, how does that work? Like
that's what I'm saying. I feel like the opportunity is not gonna be the same in the G League for him. It's because of his process and how long it's been. Just being realistic.
Like
I'm his big brother. I gotta tell him the truth. You know what I'm saying? I think his path is overseas.
Go to the G League. I'm gonna carry myself. Like I only need a.
So what's your thought? What's your thought? Big bro says, "Hey, Hey,
you know what?
Your path is
Ooh,
overseas. You had your chance in the G League already over here. They decided not to keep you on, so you had your shot. You want to go to the next clip to finish off what he's saying?
Yeah, let play it all the way through. I want the full context before I respond.
The shot, bro. If they give me the shot, I feel like I'm gonna do my thing. I ain't never messed up like
this
that.
This the problem I have. I feel like you got your shot in the summer league with the Hornets.
You played this year?
And
this
got
past
sent
year?
to the G.
When he had played.
When was the last time you played?
What year was that?
2022.
2022.
Ooh.
With the Hornets.
Yes.
Was Melo on the team?
No.
Okay.
Yes, he
was, but it was a summer league.
Okay, so he wasn't. Y'all weren't playing together.
Exactly.
I played
he was
some
killing.
practices with him and was doing my thing. I'm not gonna lie.
But you was killing.
Okay.
So I'm like, yo, you got your shot and you capitalized, and how that don't translate into
still got sent to the G
and didn't play.
I was at my fault.
So you didn't play in the G?
It's like here and there.
But I heard you can like average like 20, 25, 30 in the G and still not like get out the G.
I played a game, had like close to 30, had 28 or something, and then I sat out like 10 games right after.
Damn.
Like that's how
you a hooper.
That's how my G League was going.
You gonna sit in the G on the bench, or you gonna go overseas to somewhere nice and go get 30?
Go to the G League.
Okay. You know, I got 4 brothers, so I'm uniquely positioned to have this type of conversation. Will, I don't know how many brothers you got, and I don't know where you would roll in that peaking order, right? So I have an older brother. I'm the second born, all right? What it tells me is this. 1, Alonzo ain't like his daddy. He ain't know how to promote his family the right way, okay? He supposed to be over there like, man, you the freaking go. He supposed to be promoting his family. He supposed to be just like his daddy. However, that's not the case. So what that tells me is this. They grew up real close and competitive. Like, he don't sugarcoat nothing. He tried to destroy his brother. His brothers tried to destroy him. They was going at it. You dig what I'm saying? So I can see that. Leangelo is a little bit more reserved and calm and like mellow, like as not mellow, but he's a little more mellow. And you can see Lonzo's a little more kind of cutthroat. Like, so it's interesting. I appreciate them being honest like that. I personally don't want family business on the TV like that. That could because you don't know how your younger brother look up to you, and you know how what your words can say can mean something to their confidence. A lot of older brothers don't understand that. But I think Lonzo was being very honest and real with him, and I think they've had these conversations before, so I feel a little bit better. His brother didn't take it no type of way. It didn't seem. It didn't seem, but people, they know how to act on the camera, okay? They got a whole reality show. So I think he should go overseas. I think he definitely had his opportunity. It's proven that they don't want him. His dad definitely part of the reason. It's a little bit more drama than they need. So remember, your dad can't hurt you if you don't have overwhelming talent like the 2 other brothers. I think he should go overseas, do really well over there. They'll probably bring him back because remember, we got NBA players who were overseas and then came over here. So even if you look in the Olympics, the guy that was on the Olympic team, nobody was rocking with him. He played like a couple good games and he got a deal. So I think your older brother knows what's best. I think your older brother, he actually is the best player out of all the brothers. I think Lonzo's actually the best player, but I think Melo's more skilled. So like, I think their game is like different, but people might not interpret that the right way. But so I think the way his game is, he has court vision and he understands his teammates a whole lot better. You see what I'm saying? So I'm with Alonzo. He needs to go overseas. He was too upfront and honest. He should have been promoting his brother like his daddy do. But it is what it is. It's family business.
Salute Harrison Davis. Thank you, HD. I thought it was really interesting that he said it like that. It was so much passion. Like, hey, listen, it's been 2 years since you had your shot. You ain't getting another one. So if you really want your shot, you can't be worrying about the G League. You need to be going overseas, ball out over there, win a championship, MVP, or something of that nature. Show that you really could ball, and they gonna want you back. That's what we got to do.
Yeah.
And, Lonzo, with the whole he don't know how to promote his team. Probably we know that he gave up the shoe deal first. He was the first one to get on the shoot there and now he made his little brother go with Puma. As of skill wise, I think Leandro, he just made for his game is made for the NBA, that stardom, that flashiness, that excitement, dropping 40, dropping 50, 44. And he's always willing to, he just always want the moment. He want all the spotlight, the hairstyle, the loud clothes, the loud car. He just a loud play, which is very good for the NBA because the NBA does not have no other loud players. It's just him and Ja Morant right now, and Ja messed that up. And so you need another loud player that is a little bit more controllable. And so I think he has a good chance of, he's just in a bad, he's in Charlotte. So we'll see how that goes. What's your thoughts?
His brother didn't really seem too hungry. Like he was giving his story, which I'm not going to say that he was giving excuses. He just didn't seem hungry enough. I mean, you got your shot 2 years ago. Whatever it is that happened, what did you say that you sat on the bench and all that and the other? Go overseas. Right? It's better for you to be active and gain experience and to remain within your sport than to just sit there. If you're saying that you sat there for 10 games, I wonder why. Right? Because now that I got to look at the guys that came off the bench or the guys that started. Apparently, they doing good enough work, and you're not being responsible enough with your skill and your talent that got you here to keep you in the game. Go overseas. There's nothing to stop you. As far as him being a younger brother, I'm the baby in my family with one older brother. So the thing is, you can take that criticism. It's just that when it comes from up top, it has to be given a certain way. His brother didn't give him no hard criticism. All he said was, you had your shot. Go overseas. That's the best thing for you to do. But I want to play in this. I understand what you want to do, but you need to do what's best for you instead of rather than what you want to do, because you wanted to play, but you sat out for 10 games, which means you wasn't over there fighting for your position. Aaron,
we don't know that. They set him for the next bunch of games. We don't know if it was him or just the team's decision.
I get you, but Aaron, if me and you play the same position, and I'm not putting in no work, and I'm leaving you out there on the court, and in practice, I'm not putting in, I'm not getting in my reps. I'm not showing any type of interest in the plan. I just want to be there on the team just to wear the jersey. You're gonna get the play time. It's just that simple.
I think there's a couple things here. I think one, their dad instilled supreme confidence in all his boys. Every single last one of them are extremely confident. So we want to just acknowledge the greatness of their father. You don't really run into a lot of kids with that amount of confidence. Like they have elite belief in themselves. It reminds me of the Venus Williams. Remember that interview they had? And she was like, "I'm going to win," or one of the Williams sisters. I think it was both actually, but you know what I'm talking about. When they all had their confidence, and they was like, "Don't try to change your mind." Like that's a remarkable thing to be able to install in your sons. And so I'm actually very, very, very impressed by that. But also, it's not easy going overseas. Just like y'all don't want to move from New York and go live in South Dakota because you're like, nah, I'm not driving 2 miles to get to a gas station. It's not easy to tell somebody to uplift their life. He got children. He married.
The youngest one?
That's not the young one. That's Melo. He the second brother. Leandro was the second. We talk about the second brother. Melo's definitely not married, but I think Leandro is married. He might not be, but he definitely got children with that one girl from that reality show. But it's hard to tell him to uproot his family, go overseas to a foreign place you don't know. He also was jailed in a foreign country. Y'all might not remember that. So
he got arrested?
He had stole some glasses. I believe that's the one that did it. God. And then, president at the time had to get on a call to get them released because that country don't play. So that could have some trauma on you wanting to go overseas and stuff like that. It can have an impact. But I think there's a lot that went into that. But I do believe his time is up, and we're just people that spectate the game. We've been watching it. All of us is in our 30s and 40s, and we kind of spectate the game. I don't believe he has what it takes, and a part of the reason because he doesn't defend, and he doesn't do anything great, and he's a bomber. He shoots the ball. He actually has a decent shot, but the way you get on a team when you're in the G League is either you dominate or you defend, and I don't see the defense in him. And that's where his downfall is. He doesn't do it. He doesn't see the floor great or nothing like that. So that's the problem.
He's not big neither. He's the smallest out of all of them, right?
That's a pause. I don't never say nothing like that about another man. But anyway,
huge pause.
No, that was an interesting take. But I mean, I love that family, man. I really, really admire how they handle their business. All the kids, good kids. All of them made it to an NBA roster at the end of the day. All three of them.
Right.
It really ain't nothing else to talk about.
Fair.
The only thing we need to know is if Harrison is a Cowboys fan or not. That's all we need to know right now. Find out HD is a Cowboys. That's all I need to know. But no, that was an interesting case, bro. Threw me off.
All right, gentlemen, I gotta go back to being a dad. I appreciate y'all having me up. I'll make sure I come back the next time y'all go live. I love the sports talk, though. I appreciate y'all, though.
All right, bro. I appreciate you coming up.
Take it easy.
Yeah, we'll have some good takes. He just a little over the top with them Detroit Lions. He feeling this juice a little too much right now. You know, he like Super Bowl. I'm like, calm down. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey,
I don't think Goff got it. I just don't see it. But
he's lost the Super Bowl already. No, I'm not. I'm just saying. And I think they got beat down in that Super Bowl.
They got beat down. Yes, he did.
I don't remember. I think it was the Patriots, but I'm not 100% sure. But they got beat down last time I remember.
Yeah, he got beat up, and he showed that.
But hey, look, it's always a chance for redemption, sir. So I'm not saying nothing. You can lose a Super Bowl and win one, but I'm just saying that beat down was different. But anyway,
I think what Jalen Hurts did it right. So
the Jalen Hurts was dominant. If you look at what he did in the Super Bowl, he was dominant. He was balling. Like he wasn't getting shut down. You know
why he lost?
It was the defense.
Even the one he lost, he wasn't bad. It's just like I don't see Goff. I don't know. Well, you know, hey, I could be wrong. Maybe my eyes ain't telling the truth, but they haven't been wrong to me yet. I had the best take, Bracy. I believe I am 6-1. So you know, and Aaron Old is what? You are 2-4. I think you're 2-4.
You're gonna make me puke.
I think you're 2-4, sir.
You're gonna make me puke, sir.
It's not my fault.
Is that all you got for the quick hits?
We also have
before we get into predictions.
Giveaway the other day. They ain't give me the key to the city. They gave me the key to District 10, South Baton Rouge.
Damn.
I'm grateful too.
You great? Oh man.
I got the key to District 10, South Baton Rouge. That way.
No, Boosie Boo, turn that key back in. Every rapper they've been given the key, they get locked up. They won't let them out. Oh, man. Get that key back, Boosie. Give it back, my friend. Don't do it.
Hey, I agree. Give it back right away.
Back. I'll give that key back right now and say, look, I don't need no keys to no city. I'm gonna give up my turkeys and all that. But now I'm cool, man. I don't even want to be on the board with these last few keys y'all been giving out. I'm cool. It make y'all think that that's the initiation of the RICO indictment. Like, here go your key, buddy.
Hey,
sign right here. Let me see your signature.
You know what this is, huh?
Is this your nonprofit organization? Like, yeah, no, buddy. If I was you, I absolutely would stay far away. Far away.
On your ass. They watching you, bro. Get that key right back. Goddamn. Jeez, man. Yeah, that's crazy.
Christ. Man, oh man. Oh my gosh. Oh man. You almost made me have a heart. I'm like, not Boosie. Not Boosie. They gonna lock him up. They gonna lock the brother up.
He used to it. He used to it anyway.
It is true. He is used to doing his time. You ain't lying about that. You are not lying about that, sir. That is 100% true. He used to doing his time. But please, please, please do not take that key, Boosie Boo. Get that key back. Okay.
You don't open up no doors. It locks it actually locks your doors.
Oh my God. I can't do the culture part of the show, sir. I'm scared. I'm scared of what you're gonna play, sir. I might have to run away, sir. Oh man. Oh man.
I might have another one for you. I might have another one that you just might like.
Oh man. Yeah.
This one's a good one. It's beautiful.
Gosh.
It's beautiful. How about this? Ashanti and Nelly are reported expecting baby number 2. They ain't waste no time whatsoever. How you feel
about what the heck is going on?
At their old age.
Ashanti must got the fountain of youth. Hey, look, Ashanti still look. Rain on me. Hey. Okay, look. Hey, I'm just saying. All right, I can see how she keep having these kids out of nowhere. Congratulations to the beautiful family. I'm actually very happy for both of them. 2 things. Nelly came in and made a lot of money, had a lot of success. Had trouble trusting women and believing in them and things like that. It's a very tough industry for successful men. And Ashanti did a great job in making sure no guy that she didn't want to be the father of her kid did that. Her whole career, there was no kids. We don't even know guys that she dealt with outside of Irv Gotti.
Right. And we
don't know nobody else.
Right.
Not another soul. Right. And a lot of us didn't know that. You know what I mean? So I'm really happy for her, especially because I think a lot of times you get the success being a boss woman and you be like, I'ma just not have no kids. It's all right. I'm making money. I'm on the road. I'm my own boss. I do what I want. But most of the time, as that time creep up on you, they like, man, I didn't have money. I didn't did this, but I'm missing something. And it be that piece to them. So I'm glad she's getting everything that she worked hard for. She's always been a class act, conduct herself well. She ain't never been crazy on social media like that. Like, honestly, to me, I like how she moved. I just like how she moved. So I'm happy for him. Hopefully, look, more the merrier if that's what works best for them. I'm glad Nelly got a second chance at trying to make life work out for him because he's had his ups and downs and everything. So it's just it's a good thing because they dated before and it didn't work out. Ashanti probably, and I'm gonna just say this: Ashanti probably has some prerequisites and she probably stood on business. And there's one thing you respect about it: she stood on her business and she did what she did, or they both just mutually agreed that it wasn't time. But she showed a level of maturity as a woman to go, look, I ain't gonna front. I can't be without you. Like, and he showed like you always been the one, and it is what it is. And you could just be in a relationship with somebody for a long time, and I guess they ain't the one. But it's dope. That's super dope, man. That is really, what you thought about that?
You can't hit the wall. Ain't no goddamn wall. You stay your ass in shape. You don't drink. You don't do no drugs. You stay healthy. You go work out because she maintained her body throughout all this time without having children.
Body is rocking.
Yeah, a lot of people, especially the young ladies, when they don't have children, they just let their body go, and when they get older, look like
here's the problem though. I don't want you out there giving false hope to the ladies, right? Because she really get money like that. She got residuals. She can make money from posts, things like that. She probably got clothing lines. She's so smart. Like, I really, really like how she moved. She probably got a company that we don't even know because they ain't in her name making money. So you don't want to get a false hope that there ain't no wall, because there absolutely is a wall. She got money for fertility. I'm going to just tell you like this. The fertility costs are not cheap. I'm going to throw this nugget out here to the ladies. I ain't really got into it, but I'm going to throw this out there to the ladies. And hopefully if y'all watching the show, y'all going to actually be able to take this. When you're going through IVF because you're deciding to have a kid later, you have to understand, you just freezing your eggs don't really work that well. You actually want embryos. You want the embryos, right? Because they actually have a better chance of success, right? And what the embryos are is the insemination of the semen with the egg. And then right when this child is produced, they freeze then, right? For the eggs, a lot of them are finding their eggs are no good after 5-10 years. It didn't make it. So the embryo is actually what you need to have, in my estimation, in my opinion, because just the egg alone is right now, they're not holding up as well as they're selling to people, and they're really just making money off of people's their desires. And it's a crazy industry where they make a ton of money. But the problem with the embryo is you need to have somebody that you want to be the dad. So It is what it is, but just it costs a lot of money. But shout out to Ashanti, shout out to the family. That is super dope.
Yeah, I'm
you ready to get it?
Some sperm.
You said what?
I'm about to start selling some sperm. Goddamn, I got a proven track record. I'm about to start like let's say this is premium. This ain't that stuff you get.
I never said it was premium, sir. Do you take that back? Right?
I'm just saying this ain't. I'm gonna tell. That's how I'm gonna sell it. This ain't the bank. This is the premium.
Oh man, is that TEC? Hey TEC, that's my girl right there. She been rocking out with me for so long, man. I love TEC. So what you got? You got another one for us, or are we getting into predictions?
Yeah, we're gonna get into predictions.
All right, bet. Let me pull up Sunday. What we got coming up this Sunday? First game, because we're not gonna do every game because there's a bunch of games. We're gonna get to the big games. We got a huge clash. AFC rivals, Steelers, Bengals. Woo! Steelers, Bengals. What are your predictions? What are your thoughts? You know me, I write this down, and since it's just me and you, it's gonna be easier to remember. Let me get my piece of paper here. What you got for me?
So Steelers, Bengals. After that conversation with that Russell had the other day. Mm-hmm. I got a lot of confidence in what they put together, the special packages that they put together. So it seems like every game, it is a tight game with Pittsburgh. So I am going to go Pittsburgh Steelers by 4. Score would be something like 20-16. Pittsburgh Steelers.
Very interesting. Man, this is actually one of the hardest games for me to actually predict and call. I believe the Bengals are at home, so that matters.
Ooh, that matters.
I'm
about to change.
Ooh, this is such a tough game for me to call. This is what I'm gonna do. Whoo, man, you got me really thinking about this one. I'm not gonna lie. This is a tough game to call. I am going to go with the Bengals. I think this is the time where the Steelers lose back-to-back and then they start fumbling. I think they're not as good as we think they are. Damn. I think the Bengals have a very, very good offense. Very, very good. I'm not sure if the other receiver will be back, Higgins, but I know what that other bull can do. And nobody can guard that man. Oh, he's a bad man, and you can't chase him down, okay? He catch that ball 60 yards every game. He getting a 60-yard bomb. I don't believe in the Steelers' offense, their ability to keep up with high-power offenses, but I do believe in that defense. That one thing that defense has shown me, oh, Lord, they can play some defense. But I'm gonna take the Bengals. Since you're the big old Russell Wilson fan, I'm going to take the Bengals. I'm going to take the Bengals 24-21.
Okay. And I believe Vegas probably going to have it. Bengals, they probably got the Bengals as favorites. Probably a 3-point.
Hell no, they ain't got no Bengals as favorite. Are you out your mind?
I think so. Even though they've been losing, I think they probably like a 3-point favorite, especially after the performance they did.
I guess.
It just sounds like that's what they would do.
I don't be listening to Vegas because if I knew what Vegas could do, I'd already be worth $1 billion. So I would have built out a casino, sir. I wouldn't be waiting for no dang Vegas, sir. Let me see what other game we got on the docket here. I think this is actually an important game.
That's so bad. Not let me down. That's all I know.
This is actually a make or break game. We got the Cardinals and Vikings. Cardinals 6-5, Vikings 9-2. It'll be a home game for the Vikings. What are your thoughts there?
Ooh, Sam Darnold been playing very well, but I'm gonna have to go with the quarterback. I just think Kyler Murray is like 3 tiers above Sam Darnold.
3,
even though Minnesota got a solid team. I'm going with the quarterback. I'm going with Kyler Murray. I don't have a score, but I think Kyler Murray is going to beat the Minnesota Vikings. That's who I would put my money on if I was a betting man. I'm just going to go with the better quarterback. I think that's going to be the upset. Kyler Murray. Even though Minnesota, everything on paper is telling me Minnesota is going to win by 5. But I'm just going to trust that the better quarterback will win this week.
So now you acting like my Dolphins and Packers pick. Okay, fine. Fair enough. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the Vikes I just think they're extremely well coached.
They are.
I believe they're just playing really good football right now.
They are.
Sam Darnold does good enough. I think Jefferson needs to have a bounce back game because he was dead quiet last game. I don't think that's going to happen again. I think they will be able to run the ball because the Cardinals are not the greatest defense we've ever seen. I'm going to take the Vikings. I think it's going to be a good game. I'm seeing it pretty close, though, like 2017. But I'm going to take the Vikes. Okay.
And I just also feel that Daniel Jones being signed to them, something about that is just telling me that it's going to make you got 2 New York quarterbacks. You're going to lose this week. Just have to.
Now this next one will be even better. Seahawks will be taking on the New York Football Jets. The New York Football Jets will be taking on the Seattle Seahawks in New Jersey. The New Jersey. What are your predictions there, sir?
What's the Seahawks? What's their record?
The Seahawks record? Seahawks are 6-5.
You know what? I don't like. Hey, listen. I'm not gonna go against the grain. I ain't gonna go against the grain. I ain't gonna let you do this to me.
Come on,
I'm not gonna have you on record making me go against my team. Absolutely not. I'm not gonna do that.
Well, who you got?
Well, I hope that they just do the right thing and keep on tanking. However, I believe Aaron Rodgers is gonna play, and boy, I'm going to root for my home team, the New York Jets, and we're going to win by 3. Can't go against my team. I can't. It's crazy. I can't do it. I can't. Nothing in my body is going to allow me to go against my team. Sorry. Can't do it. I'm betting emotionally. Yes, I said it.
So you got the Jets winning.
By 3.
Okay. I will take the Seattle Seahawks. even though I want the Jets to win, because they're crumbling. I think they're 3-8. I think the Jets is doing their best decision to bench Aaron Rodgers and go ahead and tank like the rest of the tanking teams. This is
they didn't bench him yet though.
No, they have not. No, because they have not officially benched him, and they can't. It will look very bad in the competitive space to bench him and not cut him. That's why the Giants had to cut him all the way to say they was just disappointed. But I think Geno's going to play good enough to get the job done. The Jets are at home, so it gives me a little bit of nervousness because home teams tend to pull it out. But I am going to take that game. I think that one's probably going to be a higher scoring game. I think both teams are going to be able to move the ball. I'm going to take the Hawks to win 27-24.
Okay, yeah. I like that it's close. So it gives me hope.
Yeah. I think there's going to just be some games like that. I'm going to skip that game. I don't think that's too big of a game. That we have two more games to get into. The 49ers will be taking on the Buffalo Bills. In Orchid Park, New York. The Bills are 9-2. 49ers 5-6. They're fighting for their wild card playoff life. Brock Purdy will return as starting quarterback of those 49ers. However, I think Nick Bosa is still out. So there is some injuries there. So,
What about Kittles?
I believe he's playing.
That's a real interesting game. I'm going to watch that one for sure. But you going to Buffalo, they don't got a chance. He just got engaged to his beautiful girlfriend, Hailee Steinfeld. He's gonna show out because she's gonna be at the game this week, so he gonna have to show his ass. He gave all his linemen extra steaks. He probably bought them some rings and Rolexes. Like, hey, listen, I just got engaged. We cannot embarrass me by me losing my first game to my wife. That's gonna be a token that does not sit well with me, right? So they're gonna make sure they play for him. I think that game might possibly be a blowout. I'm gonna say that's gonna be like a 2-point game, like a 2-score game, at least 10 points. Buffalo Bills is going to win by 2 touchdowns. Goddamn, 21-17. 7. Blowout.
This is a really tough game for me to call. It's not the easiest game to call right now. I'm going back and forth. I mean, Bills is at home. It's cold out there. The Niners is not used to playing in this type of cold weather, but they do go to Seattle and get it rocking out there sometimes. This is a very difficult one for me. I'm going to take the Niners.
Your favorite.
I'm going to take the Niners. I'm going to take the Niners in an upset. I believe the Bills are not going to run the tables the rest of the year. They're going to have a loss. I believe the Niners need the game more. I believe that they put together a game in which they can win. I think they have just enough to pull the game out. I think it's going to be a little bit more closer scoring. I got the Niners to win 2017.
I like that score.
Yeah, like it's tough. It's hard because Bills is like super good, playing super well. But to be honest,
we both damn near got Josh winning MVP. Like they playing phenomenal right now.
I got Josh up there in the MVP candidate. I don't have him like the win, but he's up. He could definitely win. And it wouldn't shock me at all.
Yeah, he's playing pretty well.
All right, so we got one more game. To pick from. All right, because there's a lot of games. We're only going to take a few of them here. This is the game of the week. Okay, this is the most important game this weekend. There is no bigger game on the schedule. This is the biggest game, and it is a midday game. Okay, it looks like it's a midday game for a 4:00 game for you guys. The Baltimore Ravens take on the Philadelphia Eagles. The Baltimore Ravens take on the Philadelphia Eagles.
Ooh, man.
The Baltimore Ravens take on the Philadelphia Eagles.
I mean, they got 2 MVPs over there. I mean, like Lamar is playing out of his freaking mind. Oh man, King Henry is running out of his mind.
What is this King Henry? When was he been calling no King Henry? King Henry. We just giving out King to King.
That's been his name. What do you mean? That's been his name since the Titans.
His name is Derek. His mama named him that.
Hey, listen.
Matter of fact, he ain't never had no nickname.
King Henry. They got 2 ridiculous possible MVPs over there. Baltimore, they're gonna have to prove something. And this is the week to prove it. If they can pull it out, which I think is going to be an explosive game. And for some strange reason, I think either way, it's either going to be an Eagles blowout or it's going to be Baltimore pull it off at the end of the game. I'm going with Lamar Jackson because I think he's just playing better than Jalen Hurts right now. I think Derrick Henry is going to beat up on that goddamn defensive line because they are phenomenal, but I think he's going to wear them down. His big ass just ramming them, stiff-arming them, and just beating them up the whole game. He's going to have a breakthrough run, and I'm going with the Baltimore Ravens in a beautiful game. Hopefully it lives up to the hype that it's supposed to be, how it is on paper, and especially since that's your team, I'm going with Lamar Jackson, the Baltimore Ravens, to win by 6. They are going to win by 6 points, sir.
Wow. +6, huh?
Mm-hmm.
You have a score?
26-20.
26-20.
This is not, yeah.
All right. Yeah. Well, this is a very tough game to pick because we got one of the best defenses in the league going up against the best offense. Typically, you take the best offense, but in the NFL, it's different type of sport. I think the Ravens are relatively healthy. They're not missing any of their skills players. I don't believe the Baltimore Ravens have like any crazy receivers that we have to worry about. Obviously, they got that little short guy that's really fast, Flowers. He definitely can make some plays, especially when Lamar breaks down the defense and gets to the outside and throws, and he makes some great passes. I think that Lamar is going to be under a lot of duress, though. I think he ain't ran against a defensive line that want to smoke as much as these Eagles do. We are a little banged up. Brandon Graham, who's been playing awesome, these last few weeks. He's out with those torn triceps for the rest of the year. He's a leader. He's a champion. He's somebody that they look to when in those hard times. Hold on. Who is this Deshaun 86 in the chat? You Baltimore fan? I'm about sick of you. Go ahead and put the names in the chat that who's hurt on Baltimore that's a skills player that you so concerned about. I would time you out, but you part of the crew, and we rock with everybody that rock with us. And we appreciate you taking this L with Sharon. I believe that I do not know if we're going to get our receiver back, so we might be only down to AJ. That's not going to be good because in a game like this, we need everybody full go. I do want Smitty to get his hamstring healthy as we start trending towards the playoffs. But we got to keep the vision in front of us. Saquon is going to be coming off a monster game. I don't know if I've seen Saquon put up monster performances back to back. He usually have a big game and then an average game, and then a big game and then the average game. If the Eagles are able to put a plan together to really pass the ball to Saquon in the open space and make people miss a few screen plays, a couple throw across the field plays, get him out there matched up with those linebackers, I think that will be a game changer. I believe Dallas, our tight end, will actually have a good game this time. He will be able to show up big. Hopefully, I think he might be a key maker because they're going to fixate on AJ, especially if Smitty's not out there. I'm crossing my fingers that Smitty is out there because I want this game to be just as it is presented to us. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, we don't want no Green Bay Dolphins out here. No. We want to enjoy this one.
It should feel playoff-ish.
Right? The Eagles defense has been playing so well. I think when you're playing this well, eventually you're going to get challenged. I don't believe that this is Seahawks defense. I don't believe this is one of those type of defenses where you just you can run the ball a little bit. They have that bend, don't break mentality. They have that control the clock. But I think because the Eagles control the clock so much, they run so much, they convert, and they have these long, drawn out drives that it may not be a high scoring game. I kind of feel like it might be though, because Baltimore is so explosive. That you have to, but their defense can be had. They don't have a really good defense, so that's where the
Eagles
block
for either one of those two teams.
Yeah, so I'm really concerned. This is going to be the game of the week. I'm super excited. But I believe the Eagles should be able to pull it out. I believe this is the best challenge of the year. I believe for both teams, this is probably the one that's been on their schedule for a while. Here's another fun fact. Both teams have only since the Eagles went to the Super Bowl in what was that 2022? I think it was 2 years ago. Yeah. Since they went to the Super Bowl, both Baltimore has only lost once against the NFC, and Jalen Hurts has lost once against the AFC. They both like 12-1 and 13-1 or 14-1, something like that. So they both have been extremely dominant in interconference play. So both teams typically win. Like, you know what I mean? And the losses both might have came to Kansas City, and then the loss for the Ravens might have came to like, I don't know, a Niner or something a couple years ago, right? I really don't know, but they both play extremely well. But I'm going to take the Eagles. I think Saquon is going to run for about 75 yards. I think he's going to probably catch 50 yards. He's going to have probably 100 yards from scrimmage. I think AJ is going to play big. He's going to have a touchdown, especially if Smitty doesn't play. And I think Jalen's going to run for about maybe 2 touchdowns. I think they're going to use him a lot to move the ball. It's going to be super exciting. This is my hope. This is totally a wish and a hope, right? Yeah, those are some big players. Those are some big players. That won't change that defense, though. I will say this. This is my hope, and I'm praying. Our rookie quarterback has no interceptions on the season because they don't want to throw it. Now, I don't want to, test him too much, but I love him. I love his game. He get me excited like Travis Hunter because I feel like all he care about is football. Like, he breathes this stuff. I just love his game. I want an interception. Just get me one interception, man, because he almost had one, and both the Eagles players ran into him and made him lose the interception. I think it was C.J. Gardner ran into him. But I'm going to take the Eagles. I want to say it's going to be a high-scoring game, but I can't call it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with a medium number. I'm going to take the Eagles to win 24-21.
Okay, so we kind of flipped the same thing. Okay, so
yeah, because you can't call
that. Yeah, I think it's going to be a very explosive. It's going to be everybody's going to be juiced up. So the defense is going to be on in the first half, I believe, and it's going to come down to which defense get tired first. That's what's going to happen. But I think Baltimore got the pieces to tire out Philadelphia before it's the other way around. It's going to be hard chasing that boy around. And then they're going to just punish you with King Henry. That's right, I said King. It's going to be good to see the top two running backs in the league going head-to-head with two dope-ass quarterbacks going head-to-head. Two good coach, man. Everything is set up to be what it's supposed to be, what me and you both expected this game to be. Great strategy, phenomenal plays, and an unbelievable ending. It's written there, so hopefully they can execute it. Absolutely. That's gonna be the game to see.
Yeah.
For sure.
We'll see, man. Oh, I know.
I just can't wait to be best take Bracy again at the end of it. All my picks is gonna do what it's supposed to do. This is what I do. I got the best picks in the world.
The problem is with the picks is fine, but your analyzation of the game is what people laugh at you about. See me, I analyze the game super well. They're like, man, you know how to break that down. You really understand how this stuff goes. Yeah, I do. You just get lucky, flip a coin. Look, I saw you go off screen and flip the coin and say heads Ravens, tails Eagles. I saw you go off screen and flip a coin. Everybody know you up here. You just guessing. You guessing.
Like, see, here's the thing. My eyes see things from the lens of how good I was on the field and on the court. So therefore, I see the game of play a little different. I don't just go by they have a good record. I go by how I see the moves is cut. Can he make a double move? Or the people biting on a double move? That's how I see the game. So therefore, I just see it a little bit better, and it's a little bit more difficult to substantiate. Because a lot of people, they ain't never played no goddamn sport. Hold
on one second. We got Deshaun in here. We want him to come back for every show because he a tough little Ravens fans. Let me just challenge you real quick. Have the Eagles played a running out of the pocket quarterback? Sir, they play who's on their schedule, and you know who's on their schedule. Let me tell you this, though. Lamar Jackson wants to prove he can pass the ball like an elite quarterback. The difference between him and Jalen Hurts is Jalen Hurts like, y'all want me to run? Who has more rushing touchdowns, Jalen Hurts or Lamar Jackson? I think it's Jalen Hurts by a mile, okay? I think Jalen Hurts got more touchdowns rushing than running backs in the league. I think he leads the league in rushing touchdowns at this point, crazy. Okay? If not, he's second. So have they really run into a quarterback that physical, that explosive?
Okay.
I don't know if you have, okay? And even if you talk about Patrick Mahomes, he is not really a scrambling quarterback. He is actually what Lamar wants to be. He wants to prove he can pick you apart. And that's where Lamar is going to make a mistake. And also, let me tell you another issue. It don't matter if that boy Jalen Carter, if he's there, you in trouble, sir. If you think you're gonna throw the football, you're in trouble. Go ahead and try to run. We expect him to run and get out of the pocket, and we expect this to be a very, very competitive game because we're dealing with somebody that's an MVP, a multiple-time MVP at that. I think he got 2 of them at this point. If not, he's going for a second one. Either way, sir, it's going to be a good game. I just have the Eagles being the better team, sir, top to bottom, skills players. I just got them being the better team. But let's just be honest. Look, listen what he said. The Eagles have never appeared for a mobile. We ain't never played against a mobile quarterback. Have you been?
Hey, he got a good point.
Listen. We haven't played against a mobile quarterback. We play against one in practice all the time, sir. See, that's the problem. That's the problem with people who don't understand. When you get to practice against a quarterback who doesn't sit in the pocket, that extends plays, you adjust, your defense gets prepared for that too. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not even mad. Your defense is prepared for a running quarterback because y'all have a running quarterback. But to sit here and act like, did the Steelers get prepared for a running quarterback when they came to town? Did they? So I don't want to hear nudging, okay? Nudging, all right? When the Eagles come to town, it's going down, all right? Sharon, that does it for this segment. We thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you tune into the next show to see how these predictions go and see Sharon take the beating of a lifetime. Show after show, show after show. And shout out to my guy Will for coming through, dropping the knowledge on Sharon head about them Detroit Lions. We had a go show. Thank y'all for everybody pulling up. We're going to see y'all in the next one, man.